5 at Belmont jumps at 2:49. It's the Pink Ladies Luncheon, Saturday, 6th of July, handicap over 1,000 metres. And our horse in focus hasn't been seen in a while, but we'll have a look at the most recent start of Battlestorm back from September last year.
Behind them, Night Voyage, Royalic, gifted with a beautiful inside runner's Time to Trade, shifts ground. Imperial Venus and Battlestorm is now being popped. The big question, 200 left to go. Time to Trade, Night Voyage found a split closer towards the inside. Imperial Venus, Battlestorm coming though together. It's Battlestorm on the outside, goes to Night Voyage, gets the head in front and is too good for them. Battlestorm.
259 days, no trial for Battlestorm, but the horse obviously is a nice 1,000-metre horse. It has handled soft weather before. It does look to get into a reasonably good position from gate 5, and obviously, reading between the lines, they scratched a couple of weeks ago just with the state of the track being a little bit firmer. It should get the rain to suit coming into Saturday, and if the horse can return with similar sections that we've seen previously, it should be very difficult to hold out late. Second pick for me is the 6, which is To Rise Again. The last two starts, the horse has actually led sitting in the breeze, which is quite difficult to do. Draws gate 4 here. I think it should fire across and just land on the fence. It hasn't handled soft conditions before, so that will be interesting, but the horse itself is a very talented 1,000-metre galloper. Third pick is the 4 Double Jeopardy. It's another horse that trialled okay. It's just a moderate time, led by Default, which I'm not sure it will try and do in this event. But gate 8, it should get itself into a nice position with cover, and the horse obviously will appreciate a genuine tempo. And fourth pick is the 11, which is Route 88. It's another horse that does have the ability to handle early speed, especially from a wide gate. It should just flop in behind them and just be strongest going back into the field. You'd imagine it'll be running on strong, but whether or not it can actually win this event, that's a different story. On top in race 5 is the 7 Battlestorm, from 6 To Rise Again, 4 Double Jeopardy and 11 Route 88. Race 6 at Belmont jumps at 3:25. It's the listed Bovine Stakes over 1,000 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent trial of Misty Metal. It was a nice return there from Misty Metal. The horse went to another level last preparation, and the trial just indicated that it hasn't lost any of that ability whatsoever. It was just a cuddled trial, went to the line under its own steam, ran good time. I think from gate 7, Shooter McGruddy will fire the horse across, either lead or sit in the breeze, depending on how fast Captain Sterling wants to go. But the distance looks suitable, as does the potential weather. So Misty Metal goes on top for me from the 7 Market Ruler. I thought the horse really didn't have too much luck last start. It ran good sections overall, was really strong late, but didn't get really clear at all in that race. So I think from gate 6, it can follow Misty Metal across. It will probably find itself in a bit of cover, but even if it sits wide, I'm not sure there'll be too much of a trouble over 1,000 metres. Third pick is the 1 Rock Magic. The horse itself was really good at Northam, was a bit flat last start, although having said that, it was restrained heavily early. It seemed to loom between the 400 and 200 before just tiring at the end. I'm not sure 1,000 metres is as suitable as, say, 1,200 or over, but you have to respect the class of the horse. And then fourth pick is the 3 Rebel King, who for the 6th time straight draws barrier 1. That will help the horse just get a soft run in transit. It's another horse that will probably appreciate a little bit more ground, but the horse itself has trialled well. It was a strong trial under a hold just recently. On top in race 6 is 4 Misty Metal, from 7 Market Ruler, 1 Rock Magic and 3 Rebel King. Race 7 at Belmont jumps at 3:55. It's the Amelia Park Handicap over 2,000 metres. And we'll head down to Pinjarra to have a look at the most recent start of La Vista.
Joined Lady Trader, they're locked together. Magic Las Vegas about to switch back through on the cutaway. Into the clear comes IARP with its run. Followed further back, La Vista starting to wind up as well. Unending had reached the lead. IARP defiantly. La Vista, the widest of them, runs on with Pure Gem. They're across the track. Unending and now Magic Las Vegas. Magic Las Vegas defiantly wide out La Vista.
La Vista didn't have any luck at all in running last start at Pinjarra. It settled midfield, but it was shuffled back to second last before the turn. The horse had to be flushed out wide, but it was really strong going through the line down the outside of the track. For me, gate 3 looks ideal. The horse should be able to position itself again in midfield, get that softer run in transit, but it does look progressive. It's handled soft ground before, so all things being equal, it should be strong going through the line in this event. It goes on top for me from the 1, Beg to Differ. I think it was squeezed at the start last start there, and it landed in the box seat in a race where the field inverted, so I'm not sure the tempo up front suited the horses on speed. Obviously the horse is better than that. We go back 2 starts and it was a nice winner coming up the fence, and again it's drawn soft from gate 5, so Beg to Differ I think can improve. It also has a very nice record in the wet. Third pick is the 4, I Art. It ran the fastest last 400 and fastest last 200 of the race last start, landed in a good spot, and as that field inverted it had a heap of momentum going through the line, and the horse again draws nicely from gate 6. Fourth pick is the 2, which is Media Baron. It seemed to lose a little bit of momentum in the same race between the 800 and 600. It was threading its way through traffic and was strong going to the line. Again, it will probably be back in the field, so it always needs a bit of luck when you're coming from there. On top in race 7 is the 13 La Vista from 1 Beg to Differ, 4 I Art and 2 Media Baron. That brings us to race 8. It jumps at 4:25. It's the Kieran Magumi handicap over 1,300 metres. And for our horse in focus, we'll have a look at the most recent start of the Velvet King from Belmont.
Lucky Raw, Debilatio, Salamar Classic Pro. The Velvet King wobbled out, probably about 6 horses from the rail. In fact, he's got out towards the middle, clear by 2. Senorita Bonita, Sergio Mr. Albi. The Velvet King with 150 left to go, still clear. Running on over on the inside now, Turbo Power and also Diablerie. But the Velvet King's home, and the Velvet King, well, he stole the march on them there, and he was...
I thought overall it was a good performance there from the Velvet King. The horse settled in the breeze initially before kicking up to the lead around the 800 metre mark as the rest of the field slowed and just kept going on with the job. I think overall it was a flat run. I think the first up performance over the more genuine speed obviously just flattened the horse a little bit second up, but it should be rock hard fit here. It has handled wet conditions previously and the 1400 metres looks ideal, as does the inside draw versus main rival Flirtini. So the Velvet King goes on top for me from Flirtini, the 8, who obviously has returned in great form this preparation. I imagine the horse will be ridden with a sit this start. After last start, it was ridden with intent to lead and running a strong last 400 metres. I think they'll try and take the sit with Flirtini just behind the Velvet King and try and out-sprint him late. Third pick is the 10, which is Diablerie. The horse itself got back in the field and prior to that been settling more up front, but I think the horse showed a really nice turn of foot, and in fact it ran the fastest last 1,200, 1,000 and 600 of that race, so the horse is obviously feeling well and it draws okay from gate 10. It should find cover somewhere. And then fourth pick is the 5, Great Again. It was a strong trial. It basically settled it leading outside in the breeze and it was just really soft going to the line. I think the horse itself, it again handles the wet. It's got a sticky gate from 11, but if it can roll forward and find a position with cover, it does have a nice record in terms of overall figures for this distance range. On top in the last is 6, the Velvet King from 8, Flirtini, 10, Diablerie and 5, Great Again. Best bets at Belmont, race 2, number 3, True Attraction, and race 4, number 2, Battle Talk. That's all for us here at Perth Racing. If you'd like to keep up to date with us, stay in touch via our website or social media. Until next time on The Box Seat, I'm Pete Anthony. Good punting and go well.